What's up guys, SkittleRampage here. So today we're going to be going over my entire Demon Slayer Funko Pop collection, as well as we're going to see the new Demon Slayer Hashira training arc movie. So let's check it out. Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. I hope you're having a wonderful day today. So today we're going to be checking out my entire Demon Slayer Funko Pop collection. I've actually had a lot of people asking to see Demon Slayer Pops on the channel as well as in my YouTube shorts. So this was the perfect opportunity to show off some of the Demon Slayer stuff in my collection. On top of the fact that we're going to see the new Demon Slayer Hashira training arc movie, which is going to be very fun. So as far as my Demon Slayer collection goes, I do want to start off with fig pins here. So for fig pins, I believe I only have 2 so far for Demon Slayer, which includes Zenitsu as well as Gyutaro, and I really do want to get the Daki one to match this, and I eventually will, and I might get a couple more Demon Slayer ones, but as you can see, I've ran out of space in the shelf, so it's going to be put on the back burner for now. Now, as far as pops go, this is what my little Hashira kind of like shelf looks like, basically. So we have all of them on these little shelves, and all you guys ask me all the time where these are from. So they're actually from Target. They were in the $5 section. They long since changed out their section, but they do add them every now and then. So you can check your local Targets for really cool shelves like these. But yes, I do have all of the Hashira. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, Kagaya. But yes, I do have all of the Hashira back there. And I'll be moving him soon once Tengen comes in to complete the set. Now, I don't know if you know this about me, but Gyu is in fact my favorite Hashira. I'm not exactly sure why. I think I just like his personality as well as his water techniques, which is really cool, but still, he's really nice. And then I also have this other little mini figure here that was a gift from a friend, which is pretty cool. But I would say probably one of the best Hashira pops still to date is definitely Shinobu and the upcoming Tengen. Now, featured around the collection does include some of the final selection guides. So we have one over here as well as one right here. And then I also do have these really fun little gem series minis of all the Hashira, including Tanjiro there. We have Obanai, Mitsuri, Muichiro, Giyu, Tengen, Tanjiro, Rengoku, Guillaume, Sanemi, and Shinobu there. And what's really cool about these figures as well is they do have little nameplates with their names on them. Now with that Hashira set specifically, Bailey has literally just been complaining to me multiple times saying, you need to do something with it because the background is just so plain on it that I agree, I don't know what to put back there. I thought about doing some custom art, maybe going to the dollar store and cutting out some moons or something like that and coloring them red or so, something like the logo and putting that in the background, or maybe getting something custom made for the background, which would be really neat. So I'm thinking of some ideas, but if anybody has any ideas of what I could put behind those Hashira pops, please do let me know in the comments below. Now, as far as this top shelf here, I'm probably going to change this up sooner or later just because it looks very jumbled and very messy in my opinion. I liked it at first, but there's so much going on here. You can't see full details of Nezuko back there, and there's just so many freaking characters. So we have Kano there, which is the glow one, Inmu. You can't really see the Rui, unfortunately, Muzan in the back. Then we have the Tanjiro Water Dragon, one of my favorite ones. Nezuko running here. Inosuke, Tanjiro, where he has the mask, and I think he's training there. And then we also have Zenitsu from Funimation, still waiting for a better Zenitsu. Then we have another Nezuko, Inosuke lounging, Genya here, just because I had to have a Genya, Nezuko back there, and then the moment. Now, another really cool piece I do have that was sent over by a subscriber not too long ago was this signed Kanao print. And that about does it for my Demon Slayer collection here in the entire studio. Let me know if you guys do like my collection, what do you guys think of it, as well as for a question of the day for today's video for fun, who is your favorite Demon Slayer character? Let me know in the comments below. But now, let's head over to the movies. Hey guys, so we're actually at Walmart right now, just killing some time because we have about an hour before the movie starts. And Bailey is with me, so probably gonna check out their Funko section while I'm here. It would be funny if they had Demon Slayer pops. I don't think they will, but it's worth a shot. Okay, so I was walking through the Easter section to go to the pops, and I came across this. What? This is too far. Okay, so I found the Funko section, and it looks very, very abysmal. We have a Green Lantern cover. We have Black Orchids that nobody wants. Nakia, Hawkman and Cruisers. We also have Claire with the Flare, 2 destroyed Blue and T-Rex pops, and then a bunch of the same stuff here, unfortunately. And more clearance items. So yeah, nothing too special here. I guess I'll see you guys at the theater. Alright guys, so we're in the movie theater, and unfortunately they don't have a Demon Slayer poster in sight. This is kind of like the preview day, so maybe they're going to put those up tomorrow. But yeah, I wanted to at least show you guys the poster. But I'm about to head in, and I'll review the movie after and let you guys know what I thought about it. Hey guys, so we're back from the movies now, and I wanted to give you my thoughts and opinions on the Demon Slayer Hashira training arc movie here. Now, without going into spoilers just yet, I wanted to kind of do a review of like talking about how I felt about the movie and different things that happened before I jumped into spoilers, so everybody can get a feel on my opinion, just in case you haven't seen the movie yet or don't want to get spoiled on the episode. So of course the first half of the movie kind of boring because they just recapped it. They did do a really cool way of recapping it where they just went through every arc and kind of like displayed different really cool scenes, very hype scenes from each arc, which I thought was really nice. But a majority of the movie felt like it was from the the last portion of the Swordsmith Village arc where they, you know, Tanjiro's fighting Hantengu, the Upper Moon Demon. So yeah, the ending of Swordsmith Village arc basically covered a lot of that. Now, the reason I liked the recap more, me and Bailey actually watched the last season and subbed, and I forgot that. So we went and watched this movie in dubbed, which is perfectly fine. We like watching dubbed anime, but we watched it in dubbed, and it was nice because we didn't hear certain characters' voices in dub yet. So we didn't hear what they sound like and all that. So it was kind of like a little twist there. So it was exciting to see what they would say next and the different emotions and things like that. So that's why it was nice for me personally. That aside though, I will agree with a lot of people saying that it was kind of boring in the first half, just recapping everything we've already seen. But I knew that going in, so it's okay. So the second half of the movie is where they cover the first 2 episodes, I believe, of the Hashira training arc. There's a lot of important information in this movie. If you don't read the manga and you want to know this ahead of time, just know you don't have to watch the movie to understand this later. Nothing that happens in this movie isn't something you're going to see when they animate it later anyways. There's nothing special about this movie, genuinely. It is what people are saying it is. It's a cash grab 100%, so it's up to you if you're a diehard Demon Slayer fan and want to see the content earlier, you know? And you want to see something like this in theaters and get that experience. Actually, correction guys, it looks like it was only 1 episode, just a really long one apparently, that they showed on screen there. So it wasn't 2, it was 1. I misspoke there, apologies. Anyways though, that aside, basically with this long episode portion in the movie, it's just a lot of absorbing information, new information, and a lot of really cool stuff. So before we jump into a couple spoiler things I did want to talk about from the movie, I did think it was a good introduction to the season. I think it's a good first episode. I think they covered a lot of stuff, to be honest, in it, so I'm excited to see what happens. Alrighty guys, so a couple things I want to talk about for spoilers here for those who have seen the movie. I am very curious about these marks. The fact that they basically foreshadowed that they might die, essentially. Whoever gets the marks might die, essentially, at a certain point after you get the mark, was very interesting to me because it reminded me a lot of like Attack on Titan. When you get Titan powers, you basically die at a certain age, which is just interesting that they're always putting like time limits and age limits on these special powers that these characters get. So I thought that was interesting. It immediately reminded me of Attack on Titan. Basically, she didn't specifically say in the movie that they die, but you could tell that it foreshadowed that. So it's like, every character that gets his mark is most likely to die. That just kind of like tells me alone that we might see a lot of character deaths. And I know some stuff that happens later already because I was already spoiled of different characters that may die. So I'm not going to mention that here. That was just a spoiler I got because I cover a lot of anime content. So it inevitably happens to me, unfortunately. But it is a little sad. It's a little sad to think about that like some of your favorite characters may die later on because things are amping up in this training arc. So you kind of learn a lot more about these marks. Well, not a crazy amount, but they kind of like tell you a little bit. You hear Muichiro's experience with it, as well as, well, Mitsuri she tried her best. Okay, she tried her best. It wasn't very helpful. Then you have kind of Giyu, you know, being the lonely emo boy as usual. He's acting especially strange about this whole situation, so curious to see about that and what that leads into with him. So there's really a lot to dive into with the marks. If you're an anime only, you know, you got a lot of hype built up from this episode. And the other things I did want to cover was like Nezuko speaking more, which was really great. I think one of the best portions of the movie is when she called Zenitsu and Inosuke. That was like literally the best part to me. It was so freaking funny. Everybody in the theater died laughing. It was so great. And I love seeing her show more emotion and speaking. It is kind of crazy to see that basically when she turned demon, she forgot all kinds of speech, all kinds of words, so she's slowly learning again, and I can't wait to see her character development. I think it's going to be amazing with her. And jumping on Tanjiro for a second, they basically kind of foreshadowed how much stronger he's gotten, because
It took him, I think, about a week to kind of like recover a little bit. And the doctor guy was mentioning that, I don't remember his name, but he mentioned that the Hashira took like 3 days. So he's like, you're inching closer to their level, which was just awesome to hear. It just shows how much he's progressed in these past seasons. I mean, obviously he just beheaded a freaking upper moon. It was one of the lower ones, but still, you know, it's really cool. You know, Zenitsu's back and Inosuke's back, so it's just all leading into this crazy training arc, which a lot of people are saying it's a very slow, boring arc, but I'm hyped, you know, I'm kind of hyped. I think it's going to be very fun. Like, I'm fine. It doesn't have to always be crazy action in Demon Slayer for me personally. I do like the comedy aspects of it. It can get a little annoying sometimes because it's also like, it's like super serious sometimes and like super playful, but sometimes there's a good healthy mix of it. And touching back up on the Hashira training portion, I thought it was cool to see Tengen come back, and he kind of like, you know, they asked him to come back to help train. But then when they were going through all of them and what they were going to train to do, I was like, what's Shinobu's job? I know Gyu's being Gyu, but so Shinobu's going to be with Lady Tamayo, possibly, because she got the invitation from the Crow to the mansion, and she's like, what the heck? Because, you know, demons don't really come there. You know, I think Nezuko has been the only one, or is like a rare situation of Nezuko being, I don't know if there's been other demons in the past, but still, you know, it's kind of interesting that she got the invite and they want to work with her, which is really great. So curious to see her kind of come out of her shell, see more of her. And yeah, it's just, there's so much, like I said, to unpack here. And there's so much that's going to happen in this training arc as well. Like people are telling me it's boring, but it's like there's so much that happened just in this movie that we're going to see. So I was like, how could it possibly be boring? We got learning more about the marks, foreshadowing deaths of characters. You have Tanjiro inching closer to being, you know, Hashira levels. Nezuko speaking. Everybody's getting stronger in training. Lady Tamayo's invited to the mansion. And they also got the peek. I meant to mention this. They got a peek at the at Muzan's like little lair castle place, which was just nuts in itself. So that, you know, like, what is that thing? Where are all these demons staring at me? Sanemi and Obanai. So it's a lot happened, like a lot happened. I think that was like the only fighting portion of Sanemi and Obanai in the beginning, which was cool to see their, you know, sword styles. But yeah, I thought they covered a lot in the second half of the movie, which was really nice. So yeah, I'm hyped for the next season personally. All right, guys, so I didn't want this review to be crazy long, but I just kind of wanted to discuss and talk about all that. I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions on how you guys felt about this first episode and what we're leading into. Did you guys like it? Did you not go see the movie? Are you caught up on the manga? You already know what happens. I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions. I'm going to end off the video here, though, by saying a big shout out to all the wonderful Patreon supporters of the channel. You guys are amazing for supporting myself and the channel. If you guys are interested and want to check out the Patreon, the link is down below. We have a Patreon-only Discord where we share a lot of information, news, restocks, updates, links, and more. And lastly, make sure to follow me on all my social medias at SkittleRampage over on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and my Facebook page so you can stay up to date. All right, love you guys. See you guys in the next one. See you guys later. Bye.